going on. But if you can't really notice it, then you won't really notice it. One thing you will notice is that ever since the dunk contest kind of went down, the 3-point contest has came up, but then the whole weekend just ain't the same weekend. It's the same anticipation ain't there, the promotion ain't there. I don't know, maybe it's because everybody got streaming and the commercials ain't the same, but this All-Star weekend just don't be feeling the same outside of, Stephen A. Smith getting hurt by a cowboy. But other than that, All-Star weekend, we got to do a quick review. We talked about it. We made some picks. We made some selections. But did those actually come true? We're going to see. So we're going to start this thing off with our All-Star weekend recap. We could talk about the celebrity game. Some people don't really like the celebrity game that much. But we're going to fast forward past that. It's just because my guy won MVP. That's the only reason I wanted to bring that up right quick. And then you got the Rising Star Challenge, and then they did a whole tournament style. And it was kind of confusing at first if you just cut the TV on, but then you cut it on. It was like, is it in-house cooking for all the Pacers? Because Ben, what is it? Ben L, what they call him, Eggs Benedict in the chat. That's what they call him. He got the MVP. But then we get to the real, trash talking. That's when everybody's putting in their bet slips and everything. We got to talk about the 3-point contest. And Joe, who you had winning?
What, a 3-point?
Yeah.
Shootout? I had Lloyd Marketing. If he would have put his money ball on the back end, I don't know why people put their money ball on the first rack or the second rack. Bro, put your money ball on the last rack. Like, if he would have did that, he would have advanced, but he didn't. But I do want to say something, Tomo, about both the Rising Stars real quick and the celebrity. I thought the celebrity All-Star game was really good. I want to say that. I want to put that out there. I feel like it was real competitive, right? You got multiple players drop over 30. I thought that was good. You don't usually see that in a celebrity All-Star game. They were competitive. So I do want to give them that. And the Rising Challenge, my only thing about this is, can we just go back to rookies versus sophomore? Can we just do that, please? Like, keep it simple like that. I think it'd be more
like the G League players?
Nah, man, they the G League for a reason. No defense to anybody in the G League, but you got to earn your stripes to get in the NBA, right? So I think it should just be sophomores against rookies because it's pride there for the sophomores to win that. So, but a 3-point shootout, they was cashing out. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my biggest surprise was Cat. Like, Cat surprised me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously we know Cat can shoot, but Cat, man, he came in that. Like, I thought he was gonna win. The way how confident he was. I was glad Trae Young showed out. But I feel like the 3-point shootout was really good. I mean, the lowest score was what, like 20, something like that. Normally, you get a few guys that stink it up. Like, you get a couple of guys that will get like 11, 12. You might get a guy that get 9, but nah, everybody was literally cashing out. Like, Donovan Mitchell had 21, and he looked like he was trash. Normally, that's like, that gets you to the second round. All right, but I feel like the 3-point shootout was really good.
DeVore?
I agree. The 3-point shootout was very, very good. Shout out to my boy David Lillard showing out to everybody, especially the Bucks fans who are on the fence about the Bucks making that trade for Dame, and it shows that Dame still got it. Him coming out and winning the 3-point contest, and the off the court issues is not a problem.
I forgot all about that, honestly. I guess
fun.
going to Milwaukee did cover up some stuff because now they got to talk about how bad their defense is in Milwaukee. They ain't worried about the off the court stuff.
And who they blame it on?
You already know.
Doc just got there and he got the blame. He should have just stayed in the booth, man. But now for me, like you said, Joe, it was one of the most entertaining events because, again, everybody showed up. When I seen Cat, I was like, I'm tired of centers keep jumping in the 3-point contest, acting like they can shoot. But he shut me up with that when Cat was like, look, I'm the real power forward / center on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Almost had a chance to win it. But at the end of the day, once it's something about Dame and Steph. When them two lock in these type of competitions, it just gets real. And that's technically what Steph did in the next event. The first time they had a WNBA star, have a 3-point shootout, which was very entertaining because I think it was more so the risk versus the reward that made it more entertaining for some people. Because it's like, Steph, you lose, you got a lot to talk about here. What was your anticipation of that event, DeVore?
You couldn't say it any better. The risk was a lot bigger than the reward for Steph because it was alleged, like it was more like a Under Armour versus Nike type of thing with
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina being sponsoring with Nike and Steph sponsored with Under Armour. Then of course you always have like the gender battle thing where it's man versus woman. So obviously the pendulum swing was going to be more towards Sabrina if she won or lost because of the fact that she was able to compete with the actual NBA player. Now, the controversial thing is moving forward, where do we go from here? Like, are we going to continue to see more WNBA players participate in the All-Star three-point contest, or maybe even see them participate in more All-Star weekend events? Who knows? But I felt like Sabrina did a phenomenal job being able to shoot the NBA three. Now, I'm a little bit on the fence with the ball thing. Can we gonna have to tweak the rules a little bit when it comes like if we gonna keep it all the way 100 and everybody shoots with at the NBA three and the NBA ball, or are we going because it can't be either or. It's got to be all the way for me. But Sabrina did a phenomenal job in the 3-point contest, being able to compete with Steph Curry.
Yeah, no, that was one of the things I noticed too. I was like, well, if she gonna shoot from the NBA 3-point, then why not just give her the same ball? Because technically, I mean, it's no different. You giving her, she got to step back a few more feet. Now, what also is if you scouting in the WNBA, you like, well, we know her range because she came out there cold with 26. Like Steph was on the sideline, like, whoo, I might actually have to take this one serious, man. I thought I was just gonna come out here and play around. She had better scores than some of the guys in the 3-point contest.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there lets you know. And I'm with you on that one too, Devoy, is where do we go from here? Like, do they add an extra round next year? Do they add more players? Do they try to really do this merging of the WNBA? Because remember how NBA players always say, like, we support the WNBA. So are you going to add more WNBA players to the skills challenge? Are you going to add them to maybe a dunk contest? I'm just saying, you never know what happens with this. But nah, I was entertained. I didn't know about the Nike versus Under Armour thing. That was
And the funny thing about Nike versus Under Armour is that she was supposed to sign under Armour, and then last minute she chose Nike.
Wow.
Yeah, because Steph was promoting it like you gotta go Under Armour, like Under Armour. And then she said, "I'm going to Nike." But
also it was personal for him.
I thought it was a good idea for the NBA to do that, to support WNBA like that. And then, like I said, it was all for the guys. Like that's what Steph was doing it for. I mean, listen, I love my woman. I love the woman. I want to support the woman. But men have pride. We have pride, and that's all. That's all I gotta say. All right. So if Steph would have lost, man, the woman would be like, we better. Man, we had Sabrina going there and beat y'all best shooter in the NBA history. What you think the better shooters are in WNBA? But what I think they should do though, they should bring Rachel Miller talked about this. I didn't hear the whole thing. I heard the first half of it, then they went to commercial break. But he said that get Dame and Steph to go to the WNBA's 3-point shootout. Right? Like have them attend their 3-point shootout.
With the line being closer?
No, they well.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it an NBA 3. I'm pretty sure they'll do that. But basically bring some stars to their town to bring the views up. You know what I mean? Like, cause we brought them over here, but it like their views will skyrocket if the NBA players go over there. Like, get the best 2 3-point shooters in WNBA and have them go against Dame and Steph.
Did you not see Dame just shoot from half court like it was nothing?
But Dame had 26, just like Sabrina.
But I'm just saying, but the line closer, Joe, you're gonna get views because you're gonna be like, Dame gotta get 50.
No, Sabrina's no. They're not gonna shoot the WNBA 3. Nah, we can't do that. And first of all, they might be better shooting a regular NBA 3 than the NBA. These dudes can't shoot no mid-range jumpers no more. All right.
You're right though. But you're talking about 2 of the best shoot, like they can shoot.
Yeah. Or like volunteer like NBA players. So, but
Jordan Poole could go over there and do it. That might be entertaining. I'm just saying, he lost his shot in the NBA. He might can get it back over there.
All them women over there, he might turn up. You know what I mean, right? You know how he
might get 50.
But I thought it was cool. It was, and then me and my wife went out that night we watched everything like at the restaurant with no sound. So like first I was confused. They both started shooting at the same time. I'm like, hold up, what's going on?
Oh, you talking about the warm up?
Yeah, I know it's warming up and they started. I was so confused. And now they warming up. Okay. But the fact that she had 26, which was the tie for the first round, and Dame won the second round with 26, and Steph had 29. Like Steph would have won the whole thing if he would have played. So it kind of like takes away from Dame. Like Dame won, but Steph had 29. He had more than Dame. So,
I
but
don't know. That
I
would have
thought
been
that
a
was
good
good.
shootout. I think Steph did that because he seen what Dame did.
He wasn't going. He was going against Sabrina and everybody else. I know.
Yeah,
You know how. Yeah.
yeah.
So I thought it was good though.
I mean, for the next contest, do we really want to go into too much detail about it? I mean, unless you want to clown the Celtics.
We got to talk about it, man.
I know we do. We do. We got to talk about the dunk contest, man. Matt McClung wins back to back. You said the G League needs to stay in the G League, but a G Leaguer came over and he's the best dunker in the NBA. So
Yes.
how was you feeling about that one, Joe? Because I really didn't watch it.
See, see, when him winning is cool, but he's not a star. So like, I respect JB for joining the dunk contest because the stars, man, they don't like. You realize everybody plays hard in this whole All Star thing except for the stars. Like Celebrity All Star game was competitive. The Rising Star Challenge was competitive. The 3-point shootout, you know, that's always gonna be competitive. But the dunk contest, the guys who's not stars, they always come out and try to perform. So, but JB, he just not a dunk contest dunker. Like when he like joined it, I was only happy because he's an all star that's joining it. But I knew he wasn't gonna win though. But I picked him because I wanted him to win, so more stars can come on this platform. But yo, that whole thing was bad. Once again, I thought McClung was the only one that was good. I mean, Obi brother, I forgot his name. I mean, I thought he was second best, you know, and Jaime and JB, they was like a tie. Like they both had in-game dunks. You know what I mean? So, and then Jaylen Brown, shout out, he did a tribute for your boy, right? That passed away that played in college. But I don't know, did he do it late or is that how it's supposed to be? When he did like
You're
this,
supposed to
like
do it before you
he
hit the
supposed to do
ground.
it right. He's dunking, right?
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. That
He
was bad.
dunking and said, I'm like, bro, it's like doing a no-look pass.
So you
Like,
said you didn't have the sound on, right? But they was funny. They was like, did he sneeze? Like, what is he doing? Like, that was a bad tribute if he was trying to tribute. It's like, was his eyes closed? Nah, they was like, his eyes was open.
and it was on the cameraman on his first dunk. They didn't even show the jump live. Like they had a camera on cuz that had a Dominique Wilkins jersey on. I'm like, bro, like, I don't know.
The NBA don't even take it serious. Boy, how you feel?
Okay, so the dunk contest. I have been uninterested in the dunk contest. I'll probably say since the John Wall and Paul George one. What year was that?
Man, John Wall was tough.
Yeah, that was probably the last good one that I've actually sat down and watched.
No, the Zach LaVine and Eric Gordon one.
That was good too.
Mm-hmm.
They came on after, yeah.
But John Wall, after he did the I think it was the reverse dunk, and then he did the Dougie after that.
Yeah,
I feel like the Dougie just added on to the dunk right after. But
facts.
We ain't seen John Wall, the mascot, since then. Like, if you Wizards fans, you know what I'm talking about. We ain't seen G-Man since then.
Well, no, like he was in the crowd at one of y'all games recently. He was in the crowd to give him a shout out. Literally, like
recently,
like last week.
Oh man, I'm sorry, Wizards Nation. You can tell what I be doing.
But as far as like actual NBA stars, like that's just been a conversation about the dunk contest, and that's probably why we just lose interest in the All-Star game because there's no effort put in towards the dunk contest or in, like Joe said, into the NBA All-Star game with the actual superstars. But as far as the G Leaguers participating, like you could be a G Leaguer and be able to dunk. Like I've seen like some of the most athletic players come out of the G League. Now them being able to convert to the NBA where you actually have like a defender in front of them and actually put that thing together, that's a totally different story. So if that's what we're gonna be getting with McClung, because I feel like he set the tone with that first dunk where he basically like at first when I saw it the first time, I thought he juggled that bug. But when you put it on the replay, he tossed it a little bit and then he went up and went reverse with the jump. And I was like, okay, that's what's up. They gave him a little bit of a crappy score with that first one, but he definitely set the tone with that one. And then when he dunked over Shaq, I was like, okay, this boy got something. I mess with him for real. But if this is how G Leaguers gonna sit here and dunk like that, let's go ahead and go to the G League and explore in the G League and find some of the best dunkers for them to be able to get a little bit of attention, so that they can get to earn an NBA contract.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and them judges, what's up? First of all, JB was not close to Matt like that. Like, what's going on?
It's a little bit of NBA home cooking there. Like, you can't, because technically, if JB isn't that close, then everybody gonna look at it like, well, why should I do the dunk contest? They kind of was trying to make it. It was one of those scores that I feel like they need to pull out more stars. If he did it, then of course you're gonna get the tweets from Joel Embiid was funny. He was like, I could have got better scores with these sore knees, but
dang.
But this is my man. Ja said something about the dunk contest. So of course you're gonna always get one of those people to say they're gonna participate. Are they gonna do it? We don't know, but
man, I saw dunks in the All-Star game by John Morant. I was better than most of them dudes dunk contest dunks.
That's a fact.
So, yeah.
But we'll figure. Well, it's not for us to figure out how the dunk contest gonna get better. I do like the idea of the G Leaguers because they are gonna take it more serious.
They hungry.
Yeah.
Now, if they hungry, then we know these NBA stars are fasting, because 200 and something points. Like, what's going on here? I know the beginning of the All-Star game, you don't play defense. Like, we know that. But the entirety of the game, like, and then I know J-Mo said, he said it's the MVP award is now called the Kobe Award, and a lot of players want to win it. But do you think technically Kobe would want this? Like this here? Now, I got a video snippet. I added because it was funny because y'all kept bringing up the Kobe thing. And I was like, well, I know this is going to be
Tomo, we're on the same page. Let's go.
I knew this was going to resurface.
In general, needs a little revamping because it used to be competitive.
Yeah.
It used to be competitive. And fans want to see the best pickup game in the world. That's what this is. They don't want to see you running up and down and dunking and doing all this crazy. Like, they want to see what happens when you get this collection of best basketball players on the planet and they play and they go head up against each other.
Man.
I mean, you guys play harder at a pickup game in UCLA.
For real.
Now, we see that. And we see what happens on YouTube when there ain't that many cameras around, how physical they get.
Yeah.
So if this is the MVP award, I don't think Kobe wants to see you shooting 99 threes. I ain't talking about just Dame. I'm talking about the entirety of the game itself. DeVore, I know you say you got a lot to say about this. We're going to praise Dame because he earned it. But it's All-Star game.
Yeah, we're going to praise Dame because he earned it. But it's just the All-Star game. It's just hard to watch. I'm a defensive guy, and I want to see some of the best defensive players go up against some of the best offensive players. That's one of the main things I put the microscope under. But I'm just seeing like trick passes, alley-oop dunks, and I'm just like, yo, like there's no like, and there's like they're walking to contest threes, and I'm just like, this just looks like a freaking NFL walkthrough. If we're being honest, like we just gonna just give it a look. That's all we're gonna do. Just run the play and just give it a look. And it's disgusting, especially after you just ran the clip with Kobe. Where you have all the best players playing, and you're the example. You're supposed to be setting the example for all players, whether it be in the youth, whether it be at the college level, and whether it be an NBA player, G Leaguer trying to be on that superstar level, and you sitting over here just jogging up the court and giving us, I wouldn't even say half effort, maybe even maybe 25%. So it's just the All-Star game is just a disgusting game to sit down and watch every single year. And I know it sounds a little bit harsh, but I got to keep it 100 with you.
Hey, you kept it 100. They scored over 100. I don't know. There's 100 ways we could talk about this game, but Joe?
Yeah, man. Listen to this. This is how we know it's not competitive. In 1993, the All-Star game had 62 fouls. In 2003, the All-Star game had 37 fouls. In 2013, the All-Star game had 24 fouls. In 2023, last year, it had 7 fouls. Bruh, yesterday it had 3 fouls the whole game.
3?
3.
Those probably was by accident.
Yo, like, how is that possible? How is that possible when you score 200 points? There's only 3 fouls made. Like, come on now. So I'm with DeVore. I'm with both of y'all. Like, the All-Star game has to be more competitive. Kobe, like you said, I saw that video last night, Tomo, and I saw one with Larry Bird too. Talk about Larry Bird said, I just want the best players to play hard at the All-Star game because it's a collective of the best players in the world, and you got all this talent. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool with like the behind the back pass. I'm cool with all the fancy stuff because they're showing us what they can do. But I want to see some people try to defend that. Like, now we're not saying defend like it's game 7 in the NBA playoffs, but can you play like Tomo said, like you play in the off season? Like, come on, man. Like, and Complex Sports, shout out to Complex Sports. They had some suggestions on how to make it better. Number 1, whoever wins the All-Star game, whatever conference, they get home court advantage in the NBA Finals.
Oh, like baseball.
That's how baseball is? Okay.
Yeah. Teddy, I know Teddy gonna comment, but yeah, that's why they play that's why they play more serious. They know.
I like that. I like that. Whoever win the All-Star game, they get home court advantage in the playoffs. All right. And also they said to add, we all been saying this for years, king of the court. You know what I mean? King of the court, max 3 dribbles, 1-on-1. Hold on, we got a super chat going. All right.
Okay, shout out to Blaze with the 99 super chat. Good morning, fellas. Hashtag ban Jalen from Duncan.
He saw Teddy in the comments. Like, let me put this in here real quick.
Hey, if you're a Boston fan, man, it's hard to defend that. And Jason Tatum was out there too, so it was all bad.
Did he miss the first jump when he jumped over Jason Tatum?
I think so.
But T-Mac, I saw a video of T-Mac talk about, he got the OBL, the Ones League.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about how they should add it to the All-Star game. And then people be like, but no All-Star is going to come out and play in that league. That's cool. Get the guys that you never see play. Do this one-on-one. It's going to showcase their talent. He said, like when you get these one-on-one games and then you get to see like how skillful these guys really are. Because T-Mac always says, there are some guys who not even NBA who are built to be one-on-one players, but they can't play on a 5-on-5, game. But it can showcase their talent to other teams. So,
and you can pay homage to some older players that can still play too.
Fact, like on the big 3. Yeah,
like you can do that.
Man, Joe Johnson can get buckets. All right.
They're going back and forth.
After that Paul Pierce clip from the podcast, I would like to see Paul Pierce.
Oh man, which one? Racing or just playing? Just hooping?
Just playing, because he said he wanted to get signed to a 10-game contract, and he said he could knock down. I think he said 6 of 10 of threes in an NBA game. So I would like to see Paul Pierce participate.
We need KG to be his coach though, because once he's like, "Come on, P, like you serious?" And he's like, "I'm dead serious."
He's gonna be open.
So we need the uncensored version because Kevin Garnett, he's gonna get the cussing.
Oh
but
yeah!
Shout out to Teddy with the $4.99 super chat. Jalen will dunk all over the Clippers.
And look,
hold up. Oh, they really going back and forth. This is crazy. All right, Blaze back at it with the $1.99 super chat. We whooped y'all last game.
They funny.
Teddy about to pull over.
I know, right? About to pull over. All right. Hey, look. Yeah, they need to do the one-on-one tourney, man. Yeah, we just talked about that. And look what Jay said. Y'all ever seen this clip right here? Kareem versus Dr. J, they play one-on-one.
I don't remember
when they were both retired. Kareem whooped Dr. J, bro. Like, killed Dr. J. He was too small. He killed him. Dr. J, one-on-one play. He can't shoot. So Kareem killed that man.
But that's the paying homage part, because now if you do it with the unknown players, that's for the people who are really into sports, who are into basketball. But you got to bring in some people to pay homage, like AI versus somebody, or bring Gilbert Arenas back, Gil versus Paul Pierce, or Richard Jefferson versus Paul Pierce. Something that's gonna get people who know their names to tune in too, because the All-Star Weekend ain't just for us; it's for the common fan also. Nick Young and Gil. All right.
Nick Young, he's one player. He'll go out and he'll talk trash. Look, they still at it, man. Look at these dudes.
199 from Teddy with the reply, 150 in the crib. You don't know what it means. You gotta be a Celtics or a Clippers fan. Look, but we talked about we can talk about not being competitive, and things like that. But Dame did something that ain't been done since MJ. And we're just going to address this right quick, and then we're going to roll to a commercial break.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he won MVP, and he won the 3-point contest. That hasn't been done since Jordan.
Dunk.
The dunk. Well, with the dunk
contest. I was about to say,
I was trying to see if I had the year, but I ain't have the year. Mm-hmm. But it ain't been done, and Dame did it. Some people say Tyrese was robbed because of how early he started, with the 15, I think it was like 15 points in almost less than 9 minutes. The threes was just falling from everywhere with the unorthodox shot. I know you being a Kings fan, Joe. How you feel seeing that?
And then real quick, I think MJ won back-to-back dunk contest, and Dame won back-to-back 3-point shot contest, and they both won. Yeah, I think so. But Tyrese, man, he was hooping. Like, it was in Indiana. I don't know why we didn't think about him being a dark horse MVP. Like, it's in Indiana. And he had 5 threes in a row. I was like, he about to draw 40. I think about to go crazy. But he tried, he can't help himself, man. He gotta get his assists on. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, Tyrese, man, he could have had MVP for real. He'd been more aggressive. But yeah, like Tyrese, man, I still root for him as a king, former king. But I just hate when they always, every time he does good, did they trade the right guy? I just hate when they do that. Like,
that was brought up again, right? Reggie said it.
See, he did.
You did the right thing. He's like, and the Kings didn't think he could play. It's like, man, they still gonna take their shots, man. He's still gonna take their shots.
He an Indiana guy, so
yeah, it makes sense.
I get it.
I mean, outside of that, another thing I did like outside of the game, if you weren't able to tune in, was Charles Barkley and Draymond. Like they.
Oh yeah, I saw on IG.
Like what Draymond said about Cat, saying he was like, "Oh man, they looking like the old Timberwolves. He got 40 and they down 20." Like Draymond was finding ways to take shots, man. I was like, you still play, right? Like these players are going to see you again.
And Minnesota actually good this year.
Yeah. I had one clip about LeBron talking about the competitiveness, but I don't think we need to hear from LeBron saying it because we already know how he feels about it. He's gonna be a politician with it. I mean, I can play it if y'all want to hear it, or we can just roll on over to the next topic because I know this next topic, Joe, you got to be ready for it.
Let's play it, but let's leave it like as it is. Because I know we can go on the rabbit hole if we comment.
All right, I got you.
Man, I don't know. I mean, I think it's something we need to figure out. I don't know where's the median because this is what a lot of the games are starting to look like now too. We wanted to, get more pace into the games. We want to get more shots. We wanted the game to be more free flowing. We stopped letting the game be, freedom of movement, a lot of freedom of movement now, and that's what a lot of our games is in the regular season now. They let us tighten up in the postseason. So it's a deeper dive into a conversation of how we can shore up this game. Obviously, from a player's perspective, it's fun to get up and down, but at the end of the day, our competitive nature don't like just being able to just have free-flowing scoring like that. So,
first of all, why they want us to like they in the bowling league?
I knew it. You don't like the pinstripes, man?
Man, yeah.
I just had to play that clip right quick, man. Y'all tell us how y'all feel about what LeBron had to say and also how y'all just feel about ways to change the All-Star game. Leave it in the comments. And when we come back, we got to see why the Commanders are commanding all this attention from the national media.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe, and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.